Welcome to this episode what John is thinking about. Today we're going to make an easy apple crisp recipe. We got this off the internet, so we already pre-measured everything, so we're going to tell you as we do them together. So you're going to need a small medium bowl and a 9-inch square pan, but ours is a little longer, so we're just going to spread it out. Okay, first off, you're going to need a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. Stick that in the bowl. Then 1 cup old-fashioned rolled oats. Yep. 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar. Make sure you pack that. Yep. Those are 1/4 is what we had to do it 3 times to make 3/4. Okay, now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we're going to mix all those together. For those who do not know, if you have a small T, it means teaspoon. If you have a big T, it means tablespoon. So a capital T means tablespoon, small T means teaspoon. I always get those mixed up. This is the topping. While you're doing this, you want your oven to preheat to 350, which we already did that. We got it cooking at 350. Then we're going to add all the ingredients for the topping, except for the butter, once you get it all mixed really good. Then slowly add the butter. You 1/2 cup, you cut it into cubes. 1 stick is a 1/2 cup. And just slowly merge them in there, and then with a fork smash them in there. Kind of like she's doing right there. Move this a little closer. See? Then you're going to do this. It's going to be cold. I don't know why cold, but that's what the ingredients say. You think warm temperature would be easier, but I don't know. You can also use a pastry cutter if you want. Then we're going to set, once we get these all mixed in here, the butter and everything, we're going to set this aside. Then we're going to make the bottom part, the apple filling part. While she's mixing that together, let's talk about, where is it? I wanted to tell you this because I found this very interesting. Sorry, I'm waiting for my computer to roll. Sorry. What's the difference between an apple crisp and an apple crumb? Apple crisp and apple crumb are quite similar, but there are a couple of key differences that set them apart. An apple crumb has a strudel crumb topping, while the topping of an apple crisp usually includes oats or nuts. Apple crumble topping tends to be a little thicker and cakier, while apple crisp toppings get nice and crunchy in the oven. Both desserts are dishless. Just for you to know. Okay. We're going to finish mixing those together. Then we will be right back. All right, now we're going to make the apple filling. You need 5 cups of thinly sliced Granny Smith apples, but we didn't, so we had medium, so we ended up using 8 of them. And instead of thinly sliced, we just cut them into cubes. It's easier for us. All right, then you're going to take 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar and 2 teaspoons of all-purpose flour. We put them together, so we're going to dump those in there. Then you need 2 teaspoons of melted butter. The reason it wasn't melted earlier is because it will make it gooey, and they didn't want it gooey. I found that out. All right, we need 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. You can put this in the fridge if you put it in a airtight container, as we put 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg in there, and a pinch of salt. Oh, ground cinnamon, we need 3/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Almost forgot that. Okay, let me double check. Apples, brown sugar, butter, flour, lemon juice, ground cinnamon, nutmeg, pinch of salt. Okay. I don't know how big a pinch of salt is. Depends on how big your fingers are, I guess. Think of women's fingers instead of men's. Then you mix these really good and stir them to their all mixed all over the apples. Like I said, you could put them in a fridge. It will last 3 days in an airtight container. Then you can microwave it for 1 minute and 30 seconds. But remember, the crisp topping's not going to be as crisp. And can you freeze it? The answer is yes. You can freeze it if you take an airtight container, wrap it in plastic twice, and then put it in the freezer. It will last up to 3 months. Okay, now you take these apples mixture, you dump it into your pan. Okay, then take your fork or whatever, scoop them out, spread them out. Now sprinkle the topping evenly over the apples. So just take your hand and just kind of sprinkle it over. A lot of people like to put vanilla when they're done, after this is cooked. A lot of people say you have to have vanilla. It's a scoop of vanilla, goes great with it. But that's up to you. Now, we're gonna bake this for 40 minutes. That's right, 40 minutes till golden brown around the edges, and the apples are tender, so poke a fork in them. Now, we're gonna cook all that together for 40 minutes. Then we'll be back. You can also, when you're all done with this, if you want more of a crunch, you can use pecans and sprinkle on top. Some people like to toast them, but we do pecans. So we're gonna bake this for 40 minutes and we'll be back to show you how it's done. Alrighty, we've had this cooking for 40 minutes. We take a little paring knife and dab it in an apple. It goes in really smooth and easy. And see how the edges are crisp. They're kind of crispy, so that means it's done. You let this cool for about 15 minutes, then it should be good to serve. A lot of people like it with vanilla ice cream. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hitting the like button if you don't mind. And please subscribe, and most importantly, tell your friends and enjoy. Happy cooking.